Hey there, it's us again. This is
Hey, offline.
MoonTown Offline. If you've
It's
noticed,
like online, but it actually is a lot like online.
sure, but it's off because we're still currently off duty in Moontown here.
Right, 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 right,
Things have changed. Austin has grown
right,
a bigger beard.
right,
I have trimmed my beard.
right.
Right.
Ooh, I have noticed that I think several of my family members are on the same internet, and so I'm working on changing that up.
Yeah.
So if it looks like I die or I'm frozen, I probably am.
All right. You're kind
Because
of
right now, this
that's
is live, everyone.
you're coming
This
on.
is live. Huh?
You first.
I'm going to hit connect. Are you ready?
Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens.
3, 2, 1. All right, we're good.
All right.
Got a better internet connection now, everyone. And I can actually be full screen because I don't have to look at a dock of D&D characters or sheets.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it, Owen?
It is. Also, we should say, today is Friday, July 3rd, 2020, at 4:15 p.m.
That is correct.
You woke up an hour ago.
Yeah, so I went to bed at like 7 or 8.
Of course you did.
Yep. I was, my mom and dad were talking about politics, kind of. So that woke me up. I was ready to go to sleep. But then that conversation woke me up. And then I was like wide awake. And so I just played Borderlands and listened to the end of a political debate that was 3 hours. So, yep.
Wow. 3-hour political debate between parents. That's.
Well, no, that. I mean, a debate I was listening to on my phone.
Oh, okay. I thought your parents were just in the other room, like, well, I think reforms should happen in our public schools. I'm like, I disagree. And here's this source that I found that explains why. And they were
No, it was more like, these are what current events are going on, and this is how I feel about it. Yeah, but did you know this? Yeah, but this. And then I went in there and I was like, guys, here's my opinion. Also, you guys are doing too many non sequiturs.
I'm glad you can get a lot of things aired out in that room.
Mm-hmm. I think I got my point across. I used logic.
We should also say the cup.
Ooh, the cup. Yeah, did you guys like last episode where we added in everything?
We forgot those two.
Is that a Game of Thrones shirt?
No, we've had this in our family like before Game of Thrones even came out. Just kind of a lion thing. There's not really a brand per se that I can find. It's just kind of, oh, hey, look, a yellow shirt.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, today we have something special for you.
Well, Austin, would you like to say what's going on?
So, it's not a list. Has nothing to do D&D. With D&D. We pitched, Owen said, hey, we should talk about this. And I said, if we do something like that, it's going to become a list. So instead, we made technically a list, but it's different. It's completely different. So there's this great podcast called Geek History Lesson. And in it, they do best blank ever. And they create their version of that team. And they have like either like, not a weak, but I would say a vague story pitch with like some ideas they can throw out there and stuff. And they break down the team into specific archetypes and specific rules. And so we are going to abide by those rules. This is kind of like a video response back in the day, you know, where they're like, what's your team? And we're like, well, here's a podcast video explaining our team.
It's been 3 years since you posted that podcast, and now
Ooh, here we go with I did still follow the rules. So everyone, the rules were you have to have at least one alien type character.
we should say this is the Justice League.
Oh yes, this is the best Justice League ever. Or really, it's just Owen's pitch for a JL story and my pitch for a JL story. And I have another one in the back of my head forming as we just keep talking. So this is interesting. But I also have technically another one that I've already kind of written a first issue of, which we can do as something on this podcast later. That's a little tease. And actually, I don't think I've even showed it to you. But yeah, I do want to become a comic book writer at some point. I want to do so many things in so little time. Anyways, guys, so it's called Best Justice League Ever. Now, here are the rules. You have to have at least one member of the Trinity. Owen, name the Trinity. Go.
That would be Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman.
So you can only have one member of the Trinity on your team. Most likely they're going to be the leader, let's be honest. And then you have to fill these certain archetypes. The leader, so probably going to be who's the Trinity member there. You have the strategist, you have the muscle, you have the tech, you have the alien, the alien / space character. You have the rookie, you have the outsider, and you have the wild card. So I think that's 8. Let me actually make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 8. And then we can have any extras we want. So we have to have one member that's an actual alien besides the alien / space category. Like you could put a space person there and it not technically be an alien. So you need at least one alien character, only one member of the Trinity. And I think it was for rookie and was it outsider? I think they had to not have been able. They could.
Outsider.
It was outsider and wild card.
No, it was either outsider or rookie.
Oh, it was either or. They could not have been a member of the Justice League previously. Now, I'm pretty sure how Owen and I both are interpreting that is they couldn't have been a member of the JLA or in New 52 onward, the JL, which is like the actual Justice League.
Yeah. Get out of here, Canada. We've got the actual Justice League.
Frickin' Justice League United. I mean, Justice League Canada. I mean, I literally, on my comic book store, we both go to the same comic book store, JBM Comics. Please support them if you are in Glendora, Covina, or any other surrounding area. Route 66. I think they had both. They had like one that said United, and then I saw Canada, and I was like, wait, this is the same book.
We're also not referring to the little-known Justice League Antarctica. But do you know about these guys?
No, Owen. Why don't you give me a small little tidbit about them?
They are a group of smaller redeemed villains or very annoying side characters that the Justice League have put on very special assignment in Antarctica, where nothing happens.
I almost made a villain Justice League, which I know would technically just to be like the Earth 3 team.
Yeah, Crime Syndicate.
Not the Crime Syndicate, but like who the Crime Syndicate fights against. Who are they? You guys should go watch. I think it's Crisis on Multiple or Crisis on Two Earths, the animated movie. Or read Justice League Earth 2 by Grant, or JLA Earth 2 by Grant Morrison. It's the same story. Yeah. Both featuring a good Joker and a good Lex Luthor. Which, by the way, Owen, good Lex Luthor almost made my team.
Yeah, they had Lex in the New 52 Justice League too sometimes.
Yeah, I haven't read all of the Dark Side War, but I read Forever Evil. Love that story. And I loved how Lex Luthor, so tidbit for everyone. See, this is where we're DC nerds. Lex Luthor was a good guy for a while, and I was fine with it, and I kind of wanted them to keep it that way. But then Scott Snyder got writer for Justice League, and since his thing was basically, you guys like the animated series? All right, we're going to make this book kind of a little bit like the animated series because it has the same exact cast. And then Lex Luthor became a villain again, and I was like, no. He almost made my team, but maybe I could have so many Justice Leagues I could just create. But yeah, let's. You ready to get started on? You have anything else to say before we start?
I don't think so, no. And then after, and also we're not restricted to like just those archetypes. There are also like extra slots that we can add on, or you
Yes.
can combine some. If you got a guy that's alien and muscle that you want to put on, like go right ahead. And then after all that, we tell a vague storyline of this specific Justice League team.
Yeah, I said that because normally when I create these, I have one character fill many roles, but this time I actually have a character in every role and an extra, which is unusual for me, but that's because I had to go with my pitch, because my pitch changed several times. All right, Owen. Who's your leader?
Well, my leader, I should say right now, I don't have someone from the Trinity.
You monster. I kept myself to that rule.
I know. Well, it never said that you couldn't make a team without any of them.
Yeah, it did. It said you had to have one member of the Trinity.
Had to?
Yeah. Whatever. Just go.
Oops. My leader is also the space guy, and that would be John Stewart, the Green Lantern.
Oh, so this is John Stewart's JL team.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
little stuff is
It's interesting enough where I'll just let it slide.
yeah, ex-Marine, so he's used to leading small squadrons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel he would just kind of eventually evolve into being a very high-ranking person in the league. Just because, like,
Definitely.
Hal would be doing his own thing, and then everyone's just kind of forgotten. So John would kind of stay there and keep everything grounded. And I'll be a pretty sweet leader.
Nice. Looking at mine, I could after I give you mine, I'll take out my leader because my leader. So before quick. So my leader is a Trinity member, but I can give you a pitch because I wanted this to not have a Trinity member because it'll go with my pitch. And I'll like just talk it out with you as we go on. Oh my God, never mind. I figured it out. This is going to be hilarious. Okay, but so as my pitch stands right now, my leader is Wonder Woman. Now, in the Geek History Lesson video, they both chose Wonder Woman. And I kind of chose her for the same reason, in fact. But while I was listening to it, I was like, I would choose Wonder Woman. And then they were both talking, and I was like, oh, they did the same thing. Okay, it feels a little weird about my choice now. But I gave the same exact reasons that they did. She doesn't have like a big team. I know right now she recently just had her own Justice League Dark team, and I want to read those books. So like I'm all for it. But I like Diana, and I want her to, because I think she can be a leader, and I think she should be more of a leader role. And Diana is written in a way where she's not always just like, because a lot of times problems with people have with female writers or female heroes is that they basically just replace quote unquote the male hero, and they like do the exact same stuff and stuff, where Diana has shown that she's both feminine and strong. And so I think that's what people need right now more than a quote unquote masculine female character that kind of ruins the female hero archetype in some senses. So that's why I have Wonder Woman. Also, she's cool. Yeah. She's also strong like Superman and smart like Batman. So it's like best of both worlds. All right. So let me tell you my strategist, Owen.
All right. Tell him.
So at one point, I hope you notice a theme here. My strategist is Helena Wayne, the Huntress.
Ooh, interesting.
She's my Batman counterpart. I almost put Cassandra Cain as Orphan, I think is what she's called right now. I almost just straight up put her on there as Batgirl. By the way, for the audience, I'm a big fan of the Birds of Prey comic books. Well, the pre-New 52 ones, and I haven't read any of the New 52 ones. But I do want to read the Rebirth ones. So I picked Helena Wayne over Helena Bertinelli because I think Helena Wayne is, obviously, she's the daughter of Bruce Wayne. She's a smart girl. She's also the daughter of Catwoman. She's a tough girl. And I think her and Wonder Woman totally get along. I think you would also know I'm a big fan of just like the broader DC multiverse, so I'm not afraid to connect them.
Yeah, you're not afraid to go deep there.
Not afraid to go deep. So Owen, who's your strategist?
My strategist is also from the Batman family because that thing is filled with strategists.
Mm-hmm. I almost put Green Arrow just for fun.
Yeah. So my strategist, I put, you all know him. He's the biggest. He's the best dick around. Talking about Nightwing.
Yeah.
Nightwing would really fit this role. He would have like very fluidly. Is that a word, fluidly?
No. Well, yes, but not in that context.
It would be a smooth transition from leader of the Titans over to being in the Justice League and already having such a strong connection with Batman, even as he's outside in Bloodhaven. He would also have a lot of strong connections with the OG Justice League family. So I think him and John would get together pretty well, and Nightwing would also provide a more grounded look at a battlefield or a negotiation or something like that. He would have more of a calm head than most people around.
Nice. So we both have a child with Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, how about that?
Everyone in the Bat family is essentially a child of Bruce Wayne. Who is your muscle, Owen?
All right, so I'm just going to say my muscle and my tech go together. They're not one person, they're two. So they are, I'm going to say my tech is Mr. Miracle and my muscle is Big Barda.
Big Barda? Oh my God, this is a great, I love it.
The Dream Team duo coming in from Apocalypse, also counting as the aliens of the group.
Yeah.
Or New Genesis, I always forget. Scott Free, was he from Apocalypse or from New Genesis?
He's from New Genesis. He's the son of the father guy. Do we have to go to commercial break?
Yeah, real quick.
I like to take a ride very high in the sky with my three musketeers. I can't get far without my fluffy chocolate bar. Three musketeers. Luscious chocolate and nougat whipped up and out. Then covered in real milk chocolate for that light, fluffy taste that gives your spirits a lift. No matter what's around, that's where I can be found with my three musketeers.
And we're back.
Whoa. So Scott is the son of, what's his name from New Genesis? The dad, the big boy, the Odin, if you will. He's essentially the Odin. High Father. It was something Father, and I thought it was like Odin because I was like the All Father.
Garda is also from New Genesis, or is that like?
I don't know. I think she was captured and became part of the Furies on Apocalypse, or she was born on Apocalypse. I don't remember.
Okay. Well, either way, they make
yeah.
They make a very strong duo. Also, just being a wonderfully cute couple, and they would.
There's the couple of the team.
Yeah, they would helm the couple of the team, or one of the couples at least.
Ooh. So that's your muscle and your tech?
My muscle and my tech.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do both as well. They are the next two on the list. My muscle is Power Girl.
Ooh.
Boom.
You're checking out the Earth too right now.
Yeah. Well, my tech is Mr. Terrific.
Of course you do. Yeah. You're really
but not because of Earth 2, because there's a comic book series that came out a little bit ago called The Terrifics, and I'm a huge fan. I have the first 5 or 6 issues, and then I didn't have money anymore, so I couldn't go out there to buy it every month. But I want to collect the issues of those. I like Mr. Terrific because I didn't want Cyborg, because I'm not a fan of Cyborg on the Justice League. I never have been. I never will.
The Teen Titans. It doesn't even fit on the Titans.
He doesn't?
Okay, well that depends on who you put as like your OG Titans.
Yeah, okay. But I like Mr. Terrific. He has like one of the highest IQ of the DC universe. Like I think he's ranked below Batman and Lex, but I think he might be like number 3.
Yeah, I think he's like somewhere between 3 and 5.
Yeah, definitely he's in the top 5. So like, and he has access to money because I was like, well, I need a team that's at least rich, right? And it also will help out in my pitch if I have this character, because so that way he can access funds. And I think he has a relationship with Star Labs. Maybe? I don't know.
So.
He has high renown, so he's Mr. Terrific, like, of course.
Yeah. And Power Girl, you want to go into that a bit?
Power Girl is Supergirl from Earth 2 with bigger breasts. That's basically, if you don't know who that is, that's just what it is, and I have no idea why. But that's just the way it is.
That's just how that goes sometimes. Just gotta take it with everything else.
Mm-hmm. But I do have her with Helena Wayne because they are World's Finest from New 52.
All right.
And they are essentially my female counterparts for Batman and Superman. Not that I was going for like as much female characters as possible, but I was like, well, I love Huntress, first of all. And I was like, oh, Power Girl's worked with Huntress before, and she's strong. And this goes with my pitch. So, yeah. So I have Huntress and Power Girl. Plus, like, dude, Power Girl, Huntress, and Wonder Woman, of course they're going to get along.
Yeah. They're going to go get ice cream or something. And just like...
Yeah, dude. Now that Wonder Woman knows what ice cream is. It's been years, but she remembers.
Yeah. They're just going to be in the middle of a shopping mall, and there's going to be a huge crowd surrounding them, just kind of listening in as they're like, so like,
you know what? They're gonna introduce Diana to spicy ice cream.
Ooh, yeah, like
a Gotham favorite.
Yeah, like that stuff they put on Dole Whip sometimes in Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. All right, buddy. Who's your next? I don't remember which. I think my list might be slightly out of order. So who's the next one on yours?
Mine too.
Yes, if there needs to be an order.
I guess I can talk about my my wild card.
Is wild card next? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Sure, man.
So then we have wild card, and then rookie, and we have rookie, alien, outsider, and wild card left.
Yeah. Well, I already have alien set.
Yeah, you have alien. So let me do my alien real quick. My alien is the man, the myth, the legend, John Jones himself, Martian Manhunter. You might be thinking, why? To answer your question, it's John Jones. It's Martian Manhunter. He's Green Superman. He's
not have him.
Right? And the Martian lore, so good. Plus, it goes with my pitch.
All right then. He says you can't have a Justice League without John, as he is now looking at a Justice League without John. But it works. We'll get to it later, but it works. So my wild card is also the funder of this whole spiel.
Oh boy.
The old himself, Green Arrow.
Why is Green Arrow the quote-unquote wild card? He's a wild and crazy guy.
Yeah, he certainly shares a lot of similarities with Batman in the sense that he'll just be like, all right, that thing, none of you guys are going to go after it. I am. I don't care what you say. I'm going to beam down there and I'm just going to take to the streets because this is my city and this is just the stuff I do. And, you know, he would also be like, look, I'll fund everything. Just like when I need to go somewhere, I'm going to go somewhere. He'd be that kind of guy. Have to be like, oh, all right. Or else he'll call you a Nazi or something. That's an odd...
Is that a thing Oliver Queen does?
That was an odd thing he did for a while.
He's called people Nazis?
Yeah, he used to call, like, police blue fascists.
Okay.
And then I think it was, like, during the Green Lantern, Green Arrow spinoff stuff. There was something that Hal said, and then Ollie was like, seems like I've heard that before, the Nazi war trials. It's like, whoa, man. Hold your horses, Ollie. Yeah, that would be my wild card / funder is Green Arrow.
Nice. I'm going to skip over my wild card for now just because I can't wait for your reaction. And I don't have a good reason. I just thought it was fun. But my rookie, I'm going to go for my rookie right now, okay?
All right.
My rookie is Amethyst. She's the princess of Gem World. She's on the Teen Titans right now. And I think she was part of Justice League Dark. I think it was Justice League Dark, the new one. She's the girl with the sword, and she's really pink.
The name is familiar.
I don't know much about her, but she just seems really fun. And this team needs a youthful person. Because if you've noticed, my team is not very youthful. And I think she would be a great person to help form, like, the future Justice League. Like, I think she would essentially be not the Wonder Woman, maybe, but she's got magical powers, and so she can help deal with the magic side of things. So, yeah, I just think she's a good choice. Plus, I don't think she's getting recognition now. So hopefully, like, you know, the more recognition she has, the more popularity she can get and stuff. Plus, if, you know, since she is the younger character, I think since she is a female and my leader is a female, like, she'll have a good role model. She'll have, you know, she'll even have Huntress and Power Girl. It'll be a really good time.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice woman power in your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll go with my rookie. It took a second, but I landed on a character that I want to see more in a Justice League spotlight. Because this guy, or should I say, these guys.
No, right, I know who it is.
We're talking about Firestorm.
That's not who I thought it was. I thought it was the Wonder Twins.
Nope, that would count as two.
Yep.
My rookie is Firestorm. Specifically, Jason Rush and Ronnie Raymond. Ronnie being inside the head.
Mm-hmm.
So the background on that would probably be like it was originally Ronnie and Martin Stein, but then something happened that killed Martin after a few years of being Firestorm, and then made Jason the body of it all. And so Ronnie's a little reluctant, but he still has learned a lot of stuff from Martin, so he can kind of help, but still has a kind of Ronnie charm. And then Jason is now just the new kid, and he's the face that this Justice League sees as this chemical warping atomic man. I think would have a lot of fun interactions.
Oh yeah, Firestorm's a really cool character. He doesn't have a lot of JL spotlight.
Doesn't
I think he was on the Justice League.
Yeah, he was on he was maybe I'm gonna get this wrong, like the ninth or the eighth member to join.
Grant Morrison's run?
No, like original Justice League.
Oh.
It was the OG5 and Justice League 1, and then they got Hawkman and Atom and Green Arrow. And then I think in the next 3 after that, somewhere was Firestorm.
Oh, okay.
So adding Firestorm as the rookie just seemed pretty sweet.
He seems like a character that could grow.
Yeah.
So who's your outsider? Did you already say that?
I didn't say that yet. My outsider is going to have a bit of a prominent role in the story that I have crafted, or vaguely crafted.
Yep, we didn't craft it too hard, guys.
It took a little bit to find out if this person had even been on the Justice League comics before this, but I landed on this boy, Buona Beast.
Who?
You can Google him. Buona Beast is this? He's shirtless. He's got like a little what do you call it? Just tribal underpants and all that stuff. And he's got these magical gauntlets or gloves or whatever, and this mask that gives him like animal strength and instinct and reflexes. And he also has the brilliant power of being able to combine 2 different animals in his vision to become a beast that works for him in his favor. So he can be like, all right, dragonfly, cow, bam. Dragonfly cow hybrid that I'm now writing into battle.
Is this how the people behind Avatar: The Last Airbender created their animals, was with Wanda Beast?
It's totally possible. Duck, turtle, bam.
Duck, turtle.
Yeah, let's write that into action.
Bison, air bison.
It could also count as the comic relief, I suppose, or one of them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just very ridiculous in nature, and a lot of other heroes don't really take him seriously because Wanna Beast. He makes dragonfly cows.
There you go.
But he's real cool, and I figured, hey, let's give this guy a little shine in the spotlight here.
Let's do it. Yeah. So I kept you waiting on my outsider and wild card.
You did.
Do you have any extra characters?
I do, actually. Should I just go real quick, or you want to?
I'll do this. So they are both interesting choices. One will be the comic relief character, and I think he has some growing to do. My wild card, who could be my outsider technically as well, is Lobo.
Lobo. Proceed.
So he goes in space, and and he's strong, and he's got a mouth.
He certainly does.
and he could probably learn some manners. So I think under the tutelage, or maybe not tutelage, but under the leadership of Wonder Woman, I think this guy can try to be somewhat of a stand-up guy. And maybe with a higher purpose, his moral ambiguity could be skewed more towards good. Plus, if there's anyone that's going to start conflict on the team, it's obviously this guy.
Yeah, he'd definitely be the Drax of your team.
Yep. So that, it's gonna, he doesn't have to join immediately, but my outsider is, so for everyone that doesn't know, this particular franchise is under distribution by DC Comics. They own the rights and they've interacted with them before, and they have a new comic book series coming out soon.
Is it
So my new character, and what took me so long was to pick someone from this. My outsider is She-Ra from Masters of the Universe, baby. So there's a new comic book series coming out called Masters of the Multiverse. And so with that in mind, these characters can apparently travel the multiverse, and they are within their legal rights to travel within the DC multiverse. So as part of my pitch, I've incorporated She-Ra. Also, she could help Amethyst a little. They're both blonde women with swords, magical swords of strength.
If your story is this team versus Skeletor,
It could be at one point, my guy. But also, dude, She-Ra and Wonder Woman teaming up, how cool is that?
yeah, that's every 80s guy's dream.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever She-Ra came out.
Plus, she's getting back into popularity again with her new series. Now, obviously, it's not that specific She-Ra, but it's probably this closest to the comic book version that we have right now.
Yeah.
Which I haven't read them, so if it doesn't make sense for her to be there, oh well. Then she doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Then just insert another good, strong character from the He-Man universe. I thought of doing Sorceress, because I looked things up. I don't know that much about He-Man, guys. But she loses her powers if she's not within the Castle Grey Keep. So, Castle Grayskull. Well, she doesn't lose her powers. She gets very limited powers. And I was like, oh, well, I need these people traveling around. They're not just in one place. So, yeah. So, I have Lobo and She-Ra. Who are your extras, Owen?
Well, I'm counting this right. I have 3 extras.
Oh, damn. That's a big Justice League.
Yeah, it's 10 members in total.
Isn't it 11? Oh, no, that's right. You had one character fill multiple roles. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So this would be my second in command. And I figured, you know what? This team needs a speedster. Because don't all Justice League teams need at least one fast dude?
Not in mine.
That's all right. Don't select few teams need it. Wally West. I went with Wally because he and John are pretty cool together, and they would be pretty fun to do stuff. And Wally would have matured a bit more.
He's also familiar with Nightwing.
Yeah, he's very familiar with Nightwing, so they'd be able to help out, sort of like 2 second-in-commands, but Wally's slightly higher.
Sure.
Yeah, my other extra, we needed some more magic on the team. And I figured a pretty good choice would be Captain Marvel.
Shazam?
Yeah, let's get Shazam in here.
I almost put Shazam on my team.
Yeah, let's put on a little more innocence, sort of both Batson, Nightwing, and Green Arrow kind of being a more grounded trio in the team. Make sure they're not just shooting space lasers willy-nilly.
Oh, yeah.
Is like you got to get out of this god complex a little bit, because like these are people down here.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Marvel and Justice League, that's always pretty fun to check out. And my last extra is Black Canary, Miss Dinah Lance.
That's why you have Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance.
Plus, Black Canary has shown that she can be kind of the therapist of the team, as shown in stuff like Young Justice.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty awesome too. So,
go her.
Yeah. So my whole team leader is John Stewart, Green Lantern. Second in commands are Wally West Flash and Nightwing. Tech and Muscle are Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. The Thunder and Wildcard is Green Arrow. Get a magic user of Captain Marvel and another guy of Black Canary. Our rookie is Firestorm, Jason and Ronnie. And our outsider is Buona Beast.
Dang. There we go.
We're going to take a commercial break. And
yes.
Get back to the rest of his stuff. So, we'll see you then.
There's one thing that Pete would just as soon eat every day of his life. He really goes for those noodles, so I give him the Campbell life. Pete's idea of the perfect lunch is any lunch with Campbell's Chicken Noodle-O soup. There's lots of chickeny flavor and little round noodles for him, but not a lot of work for me.
That's noodle okay.
Give me the Campbell life.
And we're back. Check it out. We're back. Look at us.
Hi.
Look at me. Look at you.
You can't see my mouth move. Well, you can a little bit.
I can see your beard shifting.
My mustache?
Yeah. I can see
my extra. I needed a lantern on my team. And really, it could be any one of them. But I think I needed more male representation on my team.
Woo-hoo.
And go, guys. And I needed someone that was well-respected, well-traveled. So I also have John Stewart on my team. I almost put Kyle Rayner, but I don't want someone to possibly get a White Lantern ring again because that's too OP for my books. But John Stewart, fantastic Green Lantern. If the people up in the higher ups at DC was like, you need to do Hal Jordan, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'll do Hal Jordan. Or Simon. Simon would also be like, like a pretty good choice. So my Justice League, as it stands, is Wonder Woman as the helm. The strategist and muscle is the world's finest Huntress Helena Wayne and Power Girl. The tech, Mr. Terrific. The rookie, Amethyst. The alien, Martian Manhunter. The outsider, She-Ra. The Green Lantern extra guy. And the wild card, Lobo himself.
the main man.
The main man. So that's my team. So Owen, what's your pitch?
All right. Now, cobbling this team together, I figured exactly the kind of stuff I wanted to do. Now, in theory, it could be a comic series if you wanted to, but this could also be a season of a show.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. My mind went straight to comic books.
Yeah, so this Justice League is set in the DC animated universe of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. This story would technically be probably the 4th season of Unlimited, because the 3rd season could probably have some other stuff. And then leading up, we got as of the end of Justice League Unlimited, if you remember, John Jones retired to China with a wife. And at this point in season 4 of Justice League Unlimited, Diana and Shira are both members of the UN. Diana is representing Themyscira, while Shira is actually the ambassador for the Justice League, and is able to kind of speak on behalf of them in front of congresses and representations and whatever.
And Superman and Batman, what happened to them?
Batman's just kind of on his own, doing his own thing.
Gotham's got shit that needs dealing with, I understand.
Getting a little older. Yeah. And then Superman...
Ooh, wait a minute. That means eventually Batman Beyond is in this universe. And if anyone knows, I love Batman Beyond. Continue.
And I'm sure in a good decade or so, that would be the case. And then Superman, I put as probably like somewhere in season 3 would be kind of a rise of the Superman storyline. I know they kind of already did a Death of Superman, both with Doomsday showing up one time and beating him up, and then Superman having a funeral. So at some point in this mysterious season 3, that would combine, and we get kind of a cyborg Superman thing going on. And the point is Superman's TBD. He's not doing his own thing. So the remaining...
Ooh, I got another pitch for you.
All right, so the remaining members of that OG7 are Jon Stewart and Wally West, who have taken up the leader and second in command. We bring in Nightwing so that Batman can still kind of keep an eye on the League because he's a little protective. And we got Captain Marvel, who in the Unlimited show resigned from the Justice League after only a day or so on because of stuff that was happening with Lex Luthor, and he kind of lost faith in what the Justice League was really standing for in those days. But since then he's come back around, and now he's on the League. We got Green Arrow and Black Canary, who are very prominent and very awesome in that show.
Oh yeah, totally.
So Green Arrow, ironically, after being very hesitant at the beginning of the show, would now be kind of a more prominent person in that. And we also get more of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda, which we only saw in, I think, like a episode of Unlimited. And we got Firestorm and Beast coming in because I don't think they were ever on the show. Or
I think other Firestorm was, but like not big.
Yeah, I actually think Beast was in one episode of Unlimited. I kind of cheated, but it works for the story. Whether you want to say like Beast left the League after the events of season 1 and eventually came back around in season 4 just because like he was bored or whatever. But that team this season will be about somewhere between 14 to 16 episodes, and it will be a sort of adaptation on a storyline that was actually put in place in Batman the Brave and the Bold. So this whole season is basically going to be a Rise of Starro season, where throughout the beginning parts of the season, Starro sends out this guy from Brave and the Bold, the Faceless Hunter. I don't know if you remember him or not.
Nope.
Oh, well, he's super cool. And he's going around stealthily putting Starros on people. It doesn't have to be the face. It could be like anywhere else on the region, but like he's putting it in place. And he's getting all that set up.
This then sets up why Starro is somehow in Batman Beyond.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought. And that's another reason why I figured I would keep Superman off of this so that Supes doesn't know about Starro. Or at least he doesn't know the kind of threat that would pose or like where it ended up landing. So yeah, this would be kind of Starro at the full power. Let's see what I got here. Also during the story, we would visit other DC section teams. So they would eventually run into like Justice League Antarctica, because I'm going to have it so that Justice League Antarctica are the first ones to notice Starro being present on Earth. but nobody's listening to them
Because they're JL Antarctica.
because they're idiots. We would also see the DCAU's version of the Titans or Teen Titans. We would see their version of the Doom Patrol. We would see their version of the Metal Men. We would get all those guys up. And then we would also bring in Booster Gold.
Actually, the Metal Men is in continuity is later on in Batman Beyond in a comic book.
Oh.
So I think you can set them up then for that.
Yeah, you can.
Keeping within the continuity.
Yeah, they're examples, they're options you can bring in. And then a couple times during the season, Booster Gold jumps in and is like, hey, I need to tell you guys about something. I forget what it was. All right, hold on. And then just as everything's going down, he pops in from the future and he's like, oh, yeah, guys, I remember what happened. Today is the day of the invasion. Oh, shoot. Still late on.
Booster Gold so much.
Yeah. So eventually, members of the Justice League team would fall to Starro. So it would end up being Nightwing, Shazam, Buona Beast, Firestorm, and Booster Gold as the only ones left to go stop them.
Ooh, so Shazam comes back to the League after his disappointment with Superman.
Yeah, he comes back in full force in this. And
Nice.
Brave and the Bold storyline because it was these 5 that took on Starro in that episode, except for, replaced Nightwing with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But this was basically the 5 roster that ended up defeating Starro, but then they have to fight the Faceless Hunter, and that goes down because apparently Buona Beast is the key to the Faceless Hunter's actual plan. But Buona ends up sacrificing himself for the Earth,
Oh, we have a death.
killing Faceless Hunter along with him. Also just kind of showing no matter how ridiculous your powers are, you're still a hero when it comes down to it. So by the end, the new Justice League 7 is Nightwing as the leader, second in command being Green Arrow, and then having Captain Marvel, Black Canary, Firestorm, Booster Gold, and then probably like somebody else, most likely either Wally or John. Most likely Wally. And then it's like a boom, you now have a new 7 of Justice League going out to either do whatever, or you can cancel the show by then. Whatever you decide to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my pitch. A DCAU version of a Brave and the Bold storyline, but as a full season.
Taking one animated series and then readapting an episode from a later animated series. Nice. Yeah. So my pitch, as you must know or think, is probably pretty weird. So in mine, as to why there's no Batman and Superman, well, they actually they went missing. They went missing with something related to the dark multiverse. One of the biggest things right now in the comics is the dark multiverse. They even have I think the Batman Who Laughs is honestly overstaying his welcome. I think they should calm down on that a little bit.
Yeah, they got very excited with that one.
Yeah. Metal was cool, guys, but it wasn't Blackest Night, okay? But it was technically like a crisis of sorts, so it's understandable why. Okay, so I'm in the comics. And if you've noticed, I have some characters from different universes. Well, that's because the dark multiverse is starting to invade the multiverse itself. So this is what we need, almost a crisis-level team to handle the space and just go out and just investigate and just what's happening, what's going on. We will have guest characters of super strong people like Dr. Fate. I think Dr. Fate should definitely be a guest character. I would love the Beyond characters to guest in the team. So how it comes together. So I don't know the end of Earth 2 society, but I think it's like their planet blows up or something. But guess what? Since I'm a writer, I can retcon shit. So at least those two survived, Helena Wayne and Power Girl. Plus, I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if Helena Wayne's around, but you know what? She's back. So Helena Wayne and Power Girl. And Mr. Terrific notices that the dark multiverse is like invading shit, and Wonder Woman gets known, or is also like known this through Themyscira, something with the gods. So we're gonna bring in the gods and stuff. So what we have is like a dark multiverse version, like a dark multiverse. Hades is the first villain. This is improv. There's a dark multiverse. Hades is the first villain. So it's like one of Wonder Woman's biggest fears, right? Is like, or like a Wonder Woman Hades version, kind of like Grail, I guess. But she like invades Earth, and then Mr. Terrific's like, oh shit. So Mr. Terrific is almost like the cyborg of the original Justice League team. Was like, wait, guys, I know the problem is happening, but instead of mother boxes, it's, oh no, the dark multiverse is invading. And can Martian Manhunter get like visions?
I assume sometimes.
I feel like his psychic abilities.
Yeah, he is a telepath.
Yeah, so he gets honed in on something that's going on. And so what ends up happening is Wonder Woman, Helena Wayne, Huntress, Power Girl, Mr. Terrific, and Martian Manhunter end up being like fighting against the current invasion from the dark multiverse. But they stifle it. It's not a big invasion, but they're like, it begs the question, how or why is this happening? How did this version of Wonder Woman like start walking around? And then they notice, oh no, there's another incursion. And you see the Teen Titans with Amethyst is with the Teen Titans, and then boom, like they get sucked in to like a wormhole, except Amethyst, and she's like, my friends, oh no, like what's going on? And she's like, well, so only people that could do something this big handle something this big is the Justice League. And so you have characters from the DC universe like being disappeared. I think this comic would only last a whole year. Well, not a whole year, but like a whole year in comic book time. Like this is like a 3 or 4, maybe even 5 volume series. And so that's why Amethyst joins up with the Justice League, because she's like, hey, my friends are missing. And I don't know, you could probably write it to where she's wrapped up in the conflict at one point or whatever. But you also have eventually She-Ra, because what those going to do is this. So this team is going to investigate the multiverse. So they're going from universe to universe, and the He-Man universe is being completely overtaken by an invasion from the dark multiverse. And the only survivor, or the only known survivor, is She-Ra. And so she ends up on the team. And Lobo is just kind of there because like everyone that's hiring him is being killed left and right, and he's like, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, and he's like, I gotta stop this. He's like, I'm gonna call Superman, and then he can't call Superman. He's like, I'm gonna call Batman, and he can't call Batman, and he's like, who, the Justice League? And so essentially Mr. Terrific hires Lobo to join the Justice League. And also Jon Stewart is there. He could probably be there from the beginning. Or he can just be like, or he could be the ambassador of the Green Lantern Corps. And he's like, I got to find out what shit's going on, guys. Probably. And so the pitch for this team is that their journeys take them from throughout the multiverse and then eventually throughout the dark multiverse to save heroes that have been like disappeared or wiped away or kidnapped. And you can essentially roll it back into a time travel plot if you want to, where they stop this event from ever happening. If you want continuity to be like the same again. But yeah, that's my pitch. And then if I wasn't going to have a Trinity member, my leader would be Booster Gold. Or maybe not the quote unquote leader, but he would try his best.
He would definitely try to step up to the occasion.
Yep.
That's a pretty sweet story.
Yes, it is, good sir. Yes, it is.
This was a very fun exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we try to do same thing but with like Avengers?
Yeah. Do you want to do? You want to do an Avengers part next time? I'm less versed in Marvel comics, so it'll probably be a shorter episode.
Maybe, but we'll stick to the same kind of rules. The Trinity and
Well, there is its own video for it. So I'll send you that video. Guys, listen to the Geek History Lesson podcast.
well, I'll already be doing my own thing here.
Nice.
I know stuff.
Okay, legit.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to add on before we exito?
I have money, so I might buy some comic books now. I need to finish Doomsday Clock and Watchmen. I should finish Watchmen, honestly. I still need to read the stuff you've let me borrow. And I need, because I don't think I'm ever getting my Superior Spider-Man Volume 1 back, and I want you to read that story. And I have Volumes 2 through. Oh, I need to get the 6th one. I'm not done reading that story yet. But I think that's a fantastic story. Spoiler alert, he's probably going to be in my Avengers team. I love Otto Octavius Spider-Man too much to just let him go.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, so Owen, I have a great idea for. All right, so this is going to be a trinity of episodes. We're going to have our DC episode, our Marvel episode, and then our third one. It's going to be a mystery, folks. Find out in 2 weeks.
Ooh, I like it. Mystery. It's like history, but with an M in front.
Dude, that's what I've been saying all this time.
All right. Finally, somebody understands.
Also, like, I think we should do this specific one again because we're such big DC nerds. We should come together and formulate one together and like pitch it to the audience.
That would
Because
be.
I think we're pretty smart in terms of Justice League. So
Yeah.
I think, and we had similar. Well, we kind of had similar ideas. I had so many other ideas that I could have like went more in line with yours. But I think we could pitch the audience one time a Justice League comic book, a Justice League TV series, and a Justice League animated TV series. Like all in the same episode. That way it's like rather quick. That way they don't get bored.
Yeah, it seems all right.
And we can use like this kind of rule format for the Justice League.
Of course.
All right, guys. Owen, do you have anything to say?
Thanks for watching this video for one, or listening to it. If you like what you see or like what you hear, or both, somebody can be not blind and not deaf. That is actually possible. We both have a very rare condition where we're neither blind or deaf.
Yeah.
So
We actually just lost all touch with our inner human emotions.
yeah, if you are like us, make sure to like this video, subscribe, check out our other stuff on MoonTown if you wanna know what's going on.
But also, one thing I like to say is, how do you guys like my new setup? So I have a makeshift pop filter as a sock. So if I take the sock off, I have the mic, and it sounds probably slightly better with a sock on. I don't know.
It's pretty sweet either way, I gotta say.
Yeah. And these came with it, and I have a stand. And yeah, so I'm a cord shit boy.
Yeah, I've literally just got the laptop and a cup. That's I gotta either step my game up.
Well, you have a mic as well. I'm like catching up to you at this point.
Sorta. I mean, I do have a mic. It's broken, but it's certainly a mic.
We borrowed Donovan's.
Yeah, Donovan has his, and then my brother has one. But it's his. So I got to step up to you now. I gotta rise to this occasion.
Get it up, boy.
Let me get a job first. So,
Hey, me too. This is a birthday present, so it's kind of like cheating.
yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time on MoonTown Offline.
Hope you guys like the sock in our Justice Leagues. What's your Justice League? Write in the comments. It's the question of the day.
Question of the day. All right. See you next week.